Have you ever heard the saying, brawn over brains? Well, today's story flips that completely on its head. This is the tale of the spirit in the bottle, a classic story that proves wit can be far mightier than any supernatural power. In a deep, dark forest, there lived a poor woodcutter. His life was a constant struggle. Every day, he would venture into the woods with his axe, hoping to earn enough to feed his family. He had a son, a bright young lad, whom he dreamed of sending to school to get a proper education. But no matter how hard the woodcutter worked, there was never enough money. One day, feeling particularly discouraged, the woodcutter was having his lunch break in the forest when he heard his son's voice calling out. The boy was excited. He had been exploring nearby and wanted his father to see something he'd found. The woodcutter, though tired, followed his son to the foot of a giant oak tree. There, tangled in the roots, was something glinting. It was a small glass bottle, sealed with a lead stopper. Curiosity piqued. The woodcutter picked it up. It was heavier than it looked. He shook it, and something seemed to rattle inside. What could be in here? He wondered aloud. Perhaps a rare liquor, or maybe even treasure. Thinking of the money it could bring, he took out his knife and carefully worked at the lead seal. The moment he pried it open, a thin wisp of smoke shot out. It spiraled and billowed, growing larger and larger until it formed a colossal figure that towered over the trees. It was a fearsome spirit, a genie, with blazing eyes and a terrifying grin. The woodcutter and his son froze, trembling with fear. The spirit's voice boomed like thunder. "Ha! I am free! After centuries trapped in that miserable bottle, I am finally free. And you, little mortal, you shall be my first victim." The woodcutter, pale with fright, managed to stammer, But I'm the one who freed you. Shouldn't you grant me a reward?" The spirit laughed, a cruel, echoing sound. "A reward? I was sealed in that bottle by a great king. I swore that in the 1st century, I would grant my rescuer immense riches. In the 2nd, I would give them all the treasures of the earth. But in the 3rd century, I grew bitter and swore I would destroy whoever set me free. And you, my friend, have arrived far too late." The spirit raised a massive, smoky hand, ready to strike. The woodcutter's mind raced. He knew he couldn't fight this creature. He couldn't run. His only weapon was his mind. An idea sparked. A long shot, but his only chance. Putting on a brave face, he looked up at the giant spirit and scoffed. "Destroy me. You. I don't believe you." The spirit paused, confused. "What do you mean, you don't believe me?" "I am a mighty genie." The woodcutter folded his arms, trying to look unimpressed. "Mighty? You retelling me that a creature of your immense size was once contained in this tiny little bottle? It's impossible. You're just a trick of the light, a bit of fog. You're trying to scare me, but I'm not falling for it." The spirit was now truly insulted. Its pride was stung. "Impossible. You dare question my power? I will show you." "Go on then," the woodcutter challenged, pointing at the bottle. "Prove it. If you can fit yourself back into that tiny opening, then I'll believe you. And then, you can do with me as you please." The spirit, blinded by arrogance, didn't see the trap. "You will regret doubting me, mortal," it roared. And with that, the colossal figure began to shrink. The smoke swirled and condensed, funneling itself down, 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 until the entire massive form had squeezed back through the narrow neck of the bottle. The instant the last wisp of smoke was inside, the woodcutter snatched the lead stopper and slammed it back into place, sealing it tight. He had done it. The terrifying spirit was trapped once more. From inside the bottle, a muffled voice began to plead. "Let me out. Please, let me out. I was wrong. I promise, I won't harm you. I'll make you rich beyond your wildest dreams. Just open the bottle." The woodcutter, holding the bottle, could feel the fear and desperation from the spirit. But he was wiser now. "Oh no," he said. "How can I trust you? You promised to destroy me just a moment ago. If I let you out, you'll surely do the same thing to the next person who finds you." "No, I swear it," the spirit cried. "I have learned my lesson. My pride was my downfall. Let me out, and I will reward you with a gift that will solve all your problems. I give you my solemn oath." The woodcutter thought for a moment. He looked at his son, who was staring at him with wide-eyed admiration. He thought about the spirit's immense power, but also its foolish pride. He decided to take a chance, but this time, on his own terms. "All right," he said. "I will let you out. But you must remember your oath." He carefully removed the stopper. This time, the spirit emerged much more humbly. It was still large, but its demeanor was completely different. It bowed its head to the woodcutter. "Thank you, master. You have taught me a valuable lesson. Your cleverness surpasses my strength. As promised, here is your reward." The spirit handed the woodcutter a small, simple-looking piece of cloth. "This is no ordinary cloth," the spirit explained. "One end of it can turn any metal into pure silver. The other end, it can heal any wound or cure any sickness." The woodcutter took the cloth, his hands trembling slightly. This was better than gold. This was a tool, a source of endless help. He tested it on the blade of his axe, and instantly, it turned to gleaming silver. He knew the spirit had told the truth. "With this," the woodcutter said, his voice filled with gratitude, "I can pay for my son's education and ensure no one in my village ever suffers from illness again. This is a gift of wisdom, not just wealth." The spirit smiled, a genuine smile this time. "You have earned it, not by chance, but by your wit." And with that, the spirit dissolved into the air and was gone forever. The woodcutter returned to his village, not as a rich man flaunting gold, but as a wise one, able to provide for his family and heal his community. He sold just enough silver to send his son to the best schools, and the young boy grew up to become a famous and beloved doctor, using the healing properties of the cloth to help countless people. The story of the woodcutter and the spirit reminds us of a timeless truth. Brute force and power, without wisdom, are easily defeated.
Good night from Sleepy Tail.